Mexico has become the most successful nation in the CONCACAF, winning 7 Gold Cup titles and becoming the only team from the region to win a recognised FIFA competition, the Confed Cup, in 1999. Mexico have qualified for the World Cup 15 times, and their best performances came twice at home in 1970 and 1986, when they reached the quarterfinals. So here is Mexico's all-time greatest ever squad. Antonio Carbajal. An easy choice to be the first name in this squad, Carbajal was the first player to play in 5 World Cups, a record which has only been matched by Lothar Matthäus and Gigi Buffon. Carbajal began his career with Club España before spending 16 years with Club Leon. He won 48 caps for Mexico. Jorge Campos. Capped 130 times by El Tri, Campos' international career began in 1991 and ended in 2004. Conveniently for Mexico, he was also capable of playing as a centre forward. He brought bags of versatility and eccentricity to the squad. If he wasn't already fantastic enough, he would have definitely made this team just because of those incredible goalkeeper kits. Gustavo Peña. Primarily a centre-back, the former Orero, Cruz Azul and Monterrey man was also capable of playing as a good fullback and won 82 caps for Mexico. Rafael Marquez. Marquez is a legend of Mexican football, the first Mexican to win the Champions League, and widely regarded as the greatest Mexican defender of all time. Marquez is the most capped active international. A title winner in France and Spain, Marquez won the Champions League with Barcelona on 2 occasions. Claudio Suarez. Mexico's most capped player, Suarez has the 3rd most caps in history and the most of any player to not be Egyptian. Suarez won his first cap for Mexico in 1992 and he's 177th in 2006. A dependable centre-back who won the Gold Cup 3 times and the Confed Cup, Suarez played for UNAM Pumas, Chivas and Tigres in Mexico, as well as Chivas USA in the MLS. Ramon Ramirez. We warned you the fullback was a contentious position, and at left back, Ramirez gets the nod. Though he was primarily a central midfielder, Ramirez won 121 caps for Mexico, and that was despite some serious injury problems. And he's very capable of playing at fullback though. Pavel Pardo. Another player really capable of playing in both defence and midfield, Pardo was primarily a defensive midfielder. In Mexico he played with the likes of Atlas and Club America, and then with Chicago Fire in the USA, and with Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. 2-time Gold Cup winner and a 1-time Confed Cup winner, and a 2-time World Cup participant, he is a vastly experienced player and won 146 caps for his country. RAUL Cardenas. Following a raft of recent Mexico stars, we turn to one that is of a certain vintage. He won 37 caps for Mexico between 1948 and 1962, and his relationship began with the national team at the 48 Olympic Games in London as just a 19-year-old. A versatile player who combined outstanding work ethic with great technique, Cardenas played for Chivas, Marte and Puebla, representing Mexico in 3 World Cups. Benjamin Galindo. Current Santos Laguna assistant manager, Galindo was a midfielder who was prolific for the national team, scoring 28 goals from just 65 caps. Nicknamed El Maestro, Galindo was a really technically gifted footballer. Capable of playing just about anywhere in midfield, Galindo aged like a fine wine and was probably best at Guadalajara and Santos Laguna. Luis de la Fuente. Arguably the 2nd best player Mexico have ever produced. De La Fuente was the first Mexican to play in 4 different countries and amongst the first to make a real impression in Europe. A talented player with great athleticism, Fuente played for Racing Santander in Spain and scored 7 goals from just 9 caps in Mexico. Alberto Garcia Aspe. Yet another player with more than a century of appearances for Mexico, Aspe was capped 109 times by his country, scoring 21 goals. He played in 3 World Cups for his country and scored in 2. And he had great careers for the likes of Pumas, Necaxa, River Plate, Club America and Puebla. CUAUHTEMOC Blanco. Footballer turned politician, Blanco is one of the most iconic and gifted footballers the country has ever produced. Blanco was so influential that he had a piece of skill named after him, the Cuauhtémoc, aka the Bunny Hop. At international level, he scored 39 goals from 120 caps for Mexico. At club level, Blanco played for Club America for almost 15 years, scoring 135 goals from just 333 games. After over 2 decades in the game, he finally hung up his boots in 2016 with the club that it all began at, Club America. Hugo Sanchez, far and away the greatest Mexican footballer of all time. Sanchez took Europe by storm with Atletico Madrid and then Real Madrid. The 89-90 European Golden Boot winner won 5 La Liga titles in 7 years for Los Blancos. Sanchez scored 82 goals in 152 games for Atleti and 208 in 283 for Real. He was named Mexico's Player of the Century and managed to score 29 goals from 58 caps for his national team, with who he won the 1977 Gold Cup. After retiring, he went on to manage Mexico on 2 occasions, and Pumas, with whom he won their first league title in 14 years. Javier Hernandez. Some will argue that Hernandez is too young at the age of 29 to make Mexico's all-time greatest squad, but he is already the country's all-time leading goalscorer. The former Manchester United man, who also played for Chivas and Real Madrid, is a real poacher and made a huge impression at the 2010 World Cup. Chicharito, or Little P as he's often known, has scored 48 goals from just 94 caps for Mexico and is still going strong at international level. Borghetti. The scorer of 46 international goals, Borghetti is second to only Hernandez in the scoring charts and actually has a better goal-to-game ratio. Borghetti's best years were spent with Santos Laguna, where he scored 205 goals in 295 league games, making him their all-time leading goalscorer. So that's it for the definite 15-man squad. It's now over to you to pick which 3 reserves from the following 8 make it into the final 18-man team. Shockingly, the likes of Brahilio Luna, Jesus Arellano, Gerardo Torrando, and Luis Ernesto Perez all failed to make the cut. However, these following 8 players have made it into the reserves. Ignacio Calderon, former Chivas goalkeeper, 60 caps. Jesus del Muro, former Atlas and Cruz Azul defender, 40 caps. Carlos Salcido, former PSV and current Chivas fullback, 124 caps. Salvador Carmona, former Toluca, Atlante, Chivas and Cruz Azul fullback, 84 caps. Salvador Reyes, former Chivas and San Luis midfielder / forward, 49 caps. Giovanni dos Santos, ex-Barcelona, Spurs, Villarreal and current LA Galaxy forward, 95 caps. Enrique Borja, former Pumas and Club America striker, 65 caps. Horacio Casaran, former Necaxa, Atlante and Barcelona striker, 16 caps. So it's now over to you to pick 3 players from those 8 reserves to make it into the final squad of 18. Be sure to vote in the poll, comment in the comment section or even tweet us at HITC Sport on which 3 players should definitely be in the team. Thanks for watching, be sure to like and share this video or hit that subscribe button if you're a new viewer.